In their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run. It's Drake. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
Well, there's someone who's running the football with a big smile on his face, and that's Kenyon Drake. Because you remember last year he was in Miami, wasn't getting many carries, not a lot of success, but in midseason ended up in Arizona and became a huge weapon for the Cardinals. 8 touchdowns the second half of the season, utilized really well. Big-time skilled player who can run it and catch it out of the backfield. He has finally found a home and a place for his talents.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a draw play with Drake. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
44-yard line. So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him early, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Murray now to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Desmond King picks it, and the return across midfield into the 46-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Derrick Henry. He takes it down to the 42, a 5-yard run.
Number 22, Derrick.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had the incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Tannehill. And that's caught by Smith. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Excellent play there on 3rd down. Give him 25 yards.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
Ball carrier. He was brought down.
I don't care what the emphasis is in the NFL at any given time. Every defense is still going to say their #1 goal every game is stop the run. And right now, they're not doing that. And that really chips away at your confidence.
Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. That play gets him 6 yards and sets them up with a 1st and goal.
Nice carry there by Derrick Henry. Picks up a first down. And when you say workhorse, you're thinking about Derrick Henry. Won the rushing title in 2019 with 1,540 yards on the ground and 16 rushing touchdowns. Went to his first Pro Bowl and carried his team to the AFC Championship game.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The football going back over to Arizona now. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run. You know, this defense, they've got to be saying, I thought we were done having to cover DeAndre Hopkins. Hopkins spent the last 7 years with AFC South rivals, the Houston Texans, before his trade to Arizona in the offseason. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
That catch good for only a couple.
Brandon, you know this is going to be discussed because this is the fear of all the backs when they run this type of a route. They've got to find the football, and sometimes they don't see the defender. And in this case, he took a pretty good shot for his efforts, but give him credit, able to hold on to the football.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first. Looking for Fitzgerald, and it's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. They keep it with Henry on 1st down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
For Derrick Henry. The 20. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 16-yard line. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Running from the gun with Henry. He will push his way down to about the 14. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They'll try the jet sweep here. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call.
First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. This is less than an extra point, just a 19-yard attempt. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through, and they will open things up a bit more. It's 24-7. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And just like that, on we head to half number 2.
Stephen Gostkowski set to kick off.
It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
So here's the Cardinals offense now as they get set to start this third quarter. They'll try and start this drive in the air. They'll set up the screen to Drake. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Just like that. 53, come on. 53, check 53.
He'll air this one out for Kirk. He's got a man complete. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chucking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
Right back to Drake. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
First downs have not come easy, and neither have runs like this throughout this game.
Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. They'll look to throw here on first down. Fitzgerald on the slant. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. From the gun, it's Drake. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. And that gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
Every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. Not at all what they envisioned on 3rd down. 3 yards in the wrong direction.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game. And this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. They go for it on 4th and goal, but that lines up incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and as a result, it'll be Titan football. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any 4th down stop is a big momentum play.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Tannehill. Quick slant to Brown. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. Touchdown, Titans. A.J. Brown, 94 yards. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Stephen Gostkowski.
This offense, they were dynamic in the first half. The halftime break, that didn't slow them down at all. Big strike here in the 3rd quarter.
It's almost as if they were saying, it's not just our skill in the first half that's getting this done, it's confidence as well. And confidence has taken over this game in a big way. How about these strikes that we're seeing?
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31.
Cardinals.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. DeAndre Hopkins, 31 yards. And the Cardinals cut into that lead.
Sometimes when I see these types of plays executed, I think of basketball. Guys boxing other guys off to go out and get a rebound.
It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know what I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
That's true. You've said that before.
25-yard line.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. I mean, you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit. He is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down.
And he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Second and 8. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. It's a gain of 6, moves them to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Well, they gave up a few yards there, but all in all, I think it's a pretty nice job defensively against the jet sweep. If they don't slow him up, he might take it to the house, so they'll take that play every time on the defensive side of the ball.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Henry.
First down, Titans, gain of 12. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football.
And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Derrick Henry. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They'll come out throwing here on first down. Going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
They're going for it. Hits Murray. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. The Cardinals unable to convert there on 4th down. And the Titans, they've got the football back, and they've got it in great field position. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 32 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on. Well, they mentioned this week, Charles, they had a couple kinks on offense that they wanted to fix. I would say they're pretty well fixed.
There's no doubt about that. I mean, just about everything they've run has been successful in this one. And if I'm the defensive coordinator, I'm done with this, right? I have no answers for anything. In fact, I'll probably send a note to the clock operator. Let it run.
Gostkowski set to kick off.
Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Taken in the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
DeAndre Hopkins and the rest of the Arizona offense about set to take over. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting them, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Going deep for Hopkins. It got his man complete. It's a gain of 35.
That's good.
Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
4 yards.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. Defensively, you've got the nice lead here in the 4th quarter. You're saying, if they want to get a run of a little over 10 yards, that's okay.
I hear what you're doing there, and I think you're onto something. They've loosened up on defense, so don't get fooled by the nice runs you're getting now. You've got to get bigger plays, possibly think about throwing the football a bit more here.
The line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10. At the Titans.
Throwing on 2nd down. Murray looking for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Murray, escaping the pressure, and he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
I'm going back to you.
Now Murray's got to have this one. And this is caught. Touchdown. Wait, hold a second here. Flag down. Let's see if this will stand.
Pass interference. Defense.
And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Throwing now is Murray. And they're going to get the 2-point conversion. Caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Here's Tennessee ready to begin this drive offensively. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. Gets by him, and now a little daylight. And finally marked down at the 23. It's a big run there by Henry. Give him 52 yards on the ground.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. Only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here's McNichols. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
The ball carrier.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Tannehill going to throw it. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. On 3rd down, Henry. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
The point after try for Gostkowski. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
That's not good enough, man.
They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration. Not a good play.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Their own 25-yard line.
Murray, one final try. He's going to let it fly. And this is dropped it incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one has gone as time has run out on this ball game.
52. Cardinals.
A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.